Hi, this is Manpreet Dillon. Thanks for joining me today. And today with me, I have Baljit Rayat, founder of Star Lotus Destiny, and she will be getting to talk about a little bit about who she is and how she practices success in her life on a daily basis. And she is going to also be talking about her journey and the work that she did and how she's really brought different aspects of herself together so she can help be of service to people like yourselves. And at the end of the call, she's also going to be doing a quick star activation, which is one of her specialties, and I absolutely love it because it just always makes me feel so amazing and makes me feel completely aligned to what I really want in my life as well. And so I'm really looking forward to the star activation. So stay on until the end of the call for the star activation. So welcome, Baljit. How are you today?
I'm doing good, Manpreet. Thank you. How are you?
Pretty good. So I would love to hear a little bit more about you so we can share that with the viewers about who you are, what you do, and a little bit about your journey.
Yeah, well, it's been quite a journey. So to make the long story short, my business, Lotus Destiny, I'm an intuitive soul purpose expert, and I assist people in aligning to their soul's purpose and also finding out what their gifts and talents are. So I do that through the Akashic Records, which is a method to explore what the blocks are deep within yourselves. And the same as with the star activation, that actually originated from my background in architecture. Before I even started my own business, I was in architecture for 7 years. And then through that, I was exploring the energy healing realm, coaching realm, and downloaded this method called the Star Activation Method, where I can basically look at a person or a collective and see the blueprint of your soul. So, you know, in architecture, I'd see the blueprint of a building, but I can look at a person and see the architectural blueprint for the soul. So it's very similar work with the Akashic Records, where we go in to see your own soul blueprint and discover what those blocks are and helping to remove them so you're aligned back to your purpose, which creates the success.
That's so exciting. And so why would someone want to know their soul's purpose?
Well, because then you'd be miserable, period. And honestly, when I was in architecture, I was somewhat aligned, but not really, because I was following what my parents thought was really cool. And, you know, I thought, okay, I'm going to make good money and have a very stable life and have this, have that. And I still wasn't happy, and I actually developed anxiety and depression. So that led me to discover what my soul purpose is. I was looking for answers. So the reason why is, you know, to discover what your soul purpose is, that's what's actually going to get you to success, because you're in alignment to your own passion, to your truth, to your wisdom. And to not have that, it's very numbing.
Yeah, completely. I mean, I've been fortunate to work with Baljit for the last couple of years and in aligning to my soul's purpose, and I've noticed the difference in how when I first started working with her to now, and how my life has shifted. I mean, from being miserable, overworking too much, and now to actually really enjoying life and the fruits of it and everything that comes my way. It's been really powerful. So I always have Baljit to thank you for that as well.
You're welcome. You're just like rocking it.
Thanks. And so what's this? And so you hold these retreats as well, Spirit of the Goddess retreats. Do you want to?
Yeah, absolutely. So just in November, I had met this beautiful woman named Jennifer Field Fletcher, and she has her own business called Divinely Nourish. And we were just texting back and forth, and we had this vision of doing a retreat. And through that, we were like, oh, well, what is this for? And we realized it's to really empower women to know what it's like to nourish themselves, to take care of themselves, and to understand themselves as the feminine energy, and also understanding their masculine part as well. but there's a lot of times when we go to work, for many women, where they go to work and they overdrive themselves or they give too much. I know many of you out there are such givers, and we overdrive our energy. So it's actually very important to know how to replenish and to take care of your body, your soul, and to go deeper. So we explore the invisible realms. We ask very intimate questions in a very sacred container. And it's actually taken place so far at Half Moon Haven, which is on the Sunshine Coast, and it's a beautiful retreat center that has a spa. So it has like a hot tub, indoor sauna, steam, and also a yurt in which we do more of the sacred ceremonies. So we do breath work. I've done star activation healing, Akashic record work, and then everything's catered as well. So all the women are getting full nourishment, full catering, and lots of rest and deep, deep healing. And the whole part of that is to empower women to connect with each other, support each other, so that we can do the greater good for the planet, and more philanthropic things for the planet as well.
That's exciting. And I'm looking forward to checking out one of the retreats sometime soon. So,
thank you.
So what, for yourself, what makes you feel successful? Like, what are some things that you have, some daily practices you might have, or is there a certain type of mantra or affirmation or any type of, when you're feeling that, you're like, even though you've achieved so much, you've done so many, created so many amazing things, what helps you tap back into feeling that's total success within yourself?
I always set my intentions in the morning, and if I don't set my intentions in the morning, I always find someone else will. So to make sure that I'm on track, and it's like creating my own sacred container, programming my field. So I'm always setting the intention with how I want to show up for myself and for others, and how I want my experience to be like throughout the day. So even if it's like raining and it's cold and it's damp and I might not be in the happiest mood, then I'm like, all right, I'm going to shift that, and as soon as I set that intention, my whole energy shifts. I'm happy. It doesn't matter what's going on, but also who I meet are in that same vibration. It's like attracts like.
Of course.
So that's been the biggest key. And the other thing too is setting healthy boundaries as well. Been a teacher of that, and also experiencing that myself. Learning how to really set healthy boundaries with others, and what I mean by that, it's really understanding what your truth is. You might get invited to certain things that might be very tasteful, but it may not be in alignment to what your purpose is and what your truth is. Even setting boundaries with friends and relatives, family members, with your time and your energy. So it's a lot to do with energy management. And if you don't know how to manage your energy, it's going to be very hard to create that success. So I'm like an undercover Jedi.
And so that is a Baljit, the undercover Jedi. That's
awesome.
And so for those people that are kind of feeling that, so your message to others would be to set your clear intentions and have those healthy boundaries, and that really would support others to feel successful as well. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, yeah. Because you're creating the space, and if you don't create space for that, and you're constantly bombarded with, we're always bombarded with media and so many other programming, and you could be distracting yourself by, hanging out with a person too much when it takes you away from creating that success. So you need to create the space in order for that success to happen.
Of course. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
And as we promised, we're going to lead people through a quick start activation.
Yeah, awesome.
Well, how do you want us to prepare for this?
I just want everyone to just take a nice deep big breath in. And just ground into your heart center, and you'll just feel the energy. and just being present with yourself, removing any and all distractions. And we're just going to call on all of your guides at the highest light and order. So if you imagine you have guides that are like your team support, so you might experience some sensation in your body. So just know that you're safe and you're protected and just guided through this process. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to call in certain energies and just invoke it into your body, your whole being. So I'm just going to call in the star activation of success and just breathe that into your heart center, allowing you to understand what success is, understanding the definition, the feeling, what it's like to be successful. And we're also going to remove any programming that's in the way of success. So for example, if I become successful, I'll lose my tribe, I'll lose my friends. That's usually a big fear for many who experience success. They have the fear of being successful because underneath that, it's the fear of losing our tribe, the fear of being alone. When in actuality, it's you're not alone at all. You'll just attract even greater amounts of people and tribes around you. And we're going to call in the star activation of abundance and prosperity. And just allow yourself to feel that in your body. And lastly, we're going to call in the star activation of self-love. So really loving yourself, which means honoring your truth, honoring who you are, honoring your purpose, your soul's mission here on this planet, your gifts, your talents, your whole being. Honoring the value of your services, the value of you. And when you're ready, just slowly open up your eyes, taking another deep, big breath. And just notice how you feel. So that's like a quick, usually I do it in an hour, so.
That's amazing. It always feels amazing, even if it's a few minutes.
Yeah, so just make sure you drink lots of water and just ground before you continue your day.
Of course. And so what's the best way that people can get in touch with you for Akashic Records, Spirit of Goddess retreats, or even your star activations?
Yeah, for the star activation and the Akashic Records, or even for 3-month soul coaching, you can contact me through lotusdestiny.com. Or if you would like to explore more about the Spirit of the Goddess retreat, you can visit us at spiritofthegoddess.org.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with us today. And, it's a great reminder for people to set their intentions in the morning and have healthy boundaries in all relationships, and always looking at what else makes you feel successful as well. And so I wanted to thank Baljit for your time today. Thank you for joining us.
Most welcome. Thank you for having me, Mumpreet.
Give it 1 second.